YouTube fans, it's Hair BMW. It's a very nice, clear, but very cold day here in eastern North Carolina. It's only about 30, 32, 33 degrees, which is very cold for us, but it's a beautiful day. And the E90 330i is sitting outside. I had contemplated trying to give it a wash. And in the morning when the sun's on this side of the house, I could have done that, but by the time I got back from church, it's now, I don't know, 12:30ish, I guess, and it's in the shade and it's just too daggone cold. So a lot of you who've been following my channel for a while will probably remember that when I bought the car, I believed that it had run flat tires on it, and realized after a little while that it did not, in fact. And in October, I put on a brand new set of tires that I had gotten from the good folks at Tire Rack, and very, very happy with the tires. And that's the second set of tires that I've gotten from them. We have a local indie shop who does all the work for me, and you know, you buy them, they deliver them right to that shop, they schedule an appointment, I go in, they're done in a half a day. So worked out really well. And one of the videos that I had done earlier was my search for and then installation of a spare tire, because this car, the E90, is made without any spare tire or any provisions for a spare tire. There's no hole, no well, no nothing for a spare tire. So I found one and installed it, and rigged up a way to sort of set it up in the trunk so it didn't take a whole lot of space. And there's a whole video on that, and it is working great. So you know, Murphy's Law is such that no sooner do you spend $1,000 on tires, and of course you're going to get a nail. And sure enough, last weekend the sensor system in the car went off and said flat tire, pull over, yada yada yada. And sure enough, I had a 16-penny framing nail, and you know, as is always the case, the nail went into the tire like right here, and the head laid flat against the top. It went completely in, and then the point of the nail, imagine my finger on the inside of the tire, proceeded to chew up the inside of this bead completely. So even if they had been able to seal that hole, which, you know, unlikely in a tire like this, but it completely ruined the tire. So did have incredibly good luck with the folks at Tire Rack. They provide, when I bought the tires, they provided the road hazard warranty, and to be honest with you, I'd never used it before, so I had gone into my local shop and asked them to take a look at the tire, and they tried to get me going for the weekend. It just didn't work. So the long and the short of it is, I used my spare tire, and my jack and everything worked flawlessly, got it in and out of the trunk no problem. I actually had to drive on that spare for 3 days, and you know, I tried to stay off the main highways, you know, doing 70 miles an hour with it, but I stuck to the secondary roads, and she did fine at 50, 55, no problem. Completely stable. So that was all good news. It worked out very well. And it occurred to me on Saturday morning when I took the car in to get the new tire put on that I had that road hazard, and called them, and it took, I don't know, 20 minutes or so on the phone between me and the tire people and everything, just verifying, and understandably, that in fact the tire was ruined and that it had in fact been replaced. And they wanted to send me a new tire, which I understand, but anyway, because I went to a local shop, the tire was about $22 installed more than what they allowed for the tire if they had sent it. So the tire wound up costing me 20 bucks, and I was fine with that. I like my local shop, and they were more than willing to fix it for me, and Tire Rack did their end. So anyway, for whatever reason, that got me off on another tangent. Excuse me, but it's just freezing out here. I got to have some coffee. I got thinking that I don't have a toolkit in the car. BMWs all come with a couple, literally a couple of tools, which I don't know what they're intended to be used for. So I thought to myself, well, what do you need? I've been blessed that I've never broken down on the side of the road where I needed to do repairs. Knock on wood, it can always happen. So I thought, well, what do you need? So I got out my little, I don't even know where it is now. I think I've put it away. I got out my little tool bag, and I started filling it up with tools. Oh, I need this, and I need this, and I need this. And when I got done, it weighed about 25 pounds, and I mean, it had everything in there. And I thought, well, that's crazy. So the question became, what do you need? And if space is no object, then you can take your Craftsman toolbox and you can put it in the trunk, and you'll have, well, again, Murphy's Law is such that you probably will not have the one thing you need, but you understand my point. So I've set myself with a little task. Here's a little aluminum case that I had, and I thought, what do you need to have if you're gonna have to do some emergency repairs? So this is where I am so far. So, some sort of pliers. Now, I have these things and I don't really like them. I'm thinking that maybe some of the long nose locking pliers, vice grips, but that's just a placeholder. So then I've got, goodness, I can't seem to focus here at all. I guess that helps. So here's a flathead and a Phillips head, because that pretty much covers everything. Then the old reliable, a good adjustable, I still call them crescent wrenches, but it's just an adjustable wrench. Mag light, gotta have a mag light. And then one of these sets of ratcheting metric size wrenches. And these literally, this is such a great time to go shopping. I walked into our local Lowe's, and this is a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-piece metric set, and it was like 22 bucks. It was 60 normally. So anyway, that's going to cover, 99% of the nuts and bolts on the car. And then some of this Miracle silicone tape, which, you can repair leaks or holes and things like that with. And then so far I've got one big zip tie, and then, an assorted bag of smaller ones. So that's where I am. I have no earthly idea whether this is a good start or a bad start, but the idea is to try and get it all in that little case and see what happens, That's good. Oh, it's cold out here today. So, I'm curious if anybody sees this video and you keep a tool bag or a toolbox or a tool something in your vehicle. What do you keep in it? It's an interesting question, and the beauty of it is that there is no right or wrong answer. Well, I shouldn't say that. I guess if I were to have a set of SAE wrenches in there, that probably wouldn't work out too well, so that might be a wrong answer, but you get the point. I'm just curious. I don't know. I've not done it before, and I'm just curious to see How much do I think I need, and how small a package can I get it into? So anyway, I just thought I would I'll get my hand out of the way. I just thought I would put that out there because there are so many super intelligent, really smart people out there in YouTube land, and it would be interesting to see, you know, what other people are doing. Years ago, when I used to have my Excursion, that was my that was my toolbox. And I, you know, being a carpenter, I had a lot of, you know, tape measures and things like that I kept in there as well, because you never knew when you were going to need to go measure something or measure a job or whatever. And, you know, I mean, it was a Ford Excursion. You know, I could have filled the thing with tools and it wouldn't have bothered it a bit. But, you know, that's just not practical in the 90s. So, so there you go. It's a ponderance, it's a question, it's a query. So we'll see if anybody happens to watch the video and has any input. I would really be curious to know, and really been looking at a lot of videos lately about how people organize their toolboxes and things, and I have found some really interesting ideas. When I was working building yachts, we had 4x4x6 work boxes. They were 4 feet wide, 4 feet wide, 2 feet deep, 6 feet tall. And you know, they had all the drawers in them. They're all made out of wood. You made your own when you got to Hatteras, and then but anyway, 20 years ago, I had taken one of the sections of the toolbox that was where I kept all of my personal tools, and I had Frenched all of my tools in for the exact same reason you see a lot of people in the videos and things talking about why you do that. And if you're not familiar with the term Frenching, it just means you sort of outline your tools and then cut through a layer of something so that the tool actually sits down in a little hole or a recess or something. And so when you open the drawer, your tools never move, and you can look really quickly and you can tell exactly what's there and what's not. And when you work in a big plant with lots of other people moving and coming and going, you know, it's possible for someone to come by and borrow something with the intention of returning it, and you don't realize it's even gone until you go looking for it. So anyway, I had done that years ago, and I'd like to do that again with my tools here, because I don't really add very many tools. Kind of what I have. But before I can think about doing that, I've got to get some organization. Last week, I had showed my my Christmas purchase, which is already all dusty. But Hair BMW gave himself this new two-piece Craftsman toolbox, which is still empty. I haven't decided how I want to set it up yet, because I've got the 3 boxes here, which are primarily the tools. That's just my detail card, and then over there, the small boxes used to be in my truck, so I don't have anything in that right now. And then this has got a lot of miscellaneous tools and things in it, which the plan is to move all of that stuff into these and then just have just tools here. And with the plans I have for renovating the garage, I'm thinking seriously about taking this whole section here out, because I'm not sure that I'm going to keep a lot of my woodworking equipment. And what I might then do is just have a much shorter workbench section over here, and then put these boxes in that sort of recess. There's a recess right there where the wall goes back and across. So I don't really know what's going to happen yet. I don't like these open shelves. I try and keep them organized, but I just don't like open shelves. So I don't know. It's all still a little ways away yet, but we're getting there. So anyway, if you have any thoughts about what to do with the little toolbox there, I don't know if any of you have seen this or not. It's nothing new. That's just the standard little mini mag, but it's got the LED conversion kit, so it's just got one little LED light in the end, and in the same kit they give you a new end here that just has the push button, so you don't have to keep turning the end, which can sometimes get a little aggravating. It's just on and off. And actually with this also came a rubber piece that you stick over the end of here, so you can stick it in between your teeth and hold it. I don't choose to do that. I don't care for that particular option, but it does work out good. And I also went today and spent a little money. You know, folks are very kind sometimes, and they give you these prepaid cards. So I got into Tractor Supply today, and I have to tell you, I am a sucker for a box. I no more need these little plastic boxes than the man in the moon, but I cannot resist them. I mean, the small ones were $2, the big ones were $3, and you know, they've got all little dividers and things in them, and I don't know. And this stuff is great. It stinks like the high heavens, but man, it is good stuff. This PB Blaster, I'm really liking that stuff. And then talking about flashlights, they had these little headlamps. It's got the strap that you put around your head, and I have really gotten to find that those things can be really handy in certain situations. And that was $3. And then they had these little aluminum flashlights with batteries, you know, $1.50, $1.49 each. So, you know, who can go wrong with that? You know, you can put flashlights everywhere. So there you go. There's my big haul for the day, and that was not even $20 with the tax. Oh, I'm about to trip over and break my neck here. So that's about it. Been trying to clean up and organize. I got my electrical sort of duffel bag here, and you know, just trying to get some stuff organized as we're moving things around, getting it tidied up and fixed up and done. So got to get those stair treads to the dump one of these days. Somebody told me they'd like to have them used in their fire pit, so I told him if he wants them, he can come get them. I haven't seen them. Big surprise. Wanted me to deliver them. You think I'm going to put those in the E90? I don't think so. Warm coffee. Boy, that's good. So anyway, YouTube fans, that's 18 minutes worth of yammering on about nothingness. So, if y'all have any thoughts or views or opinions on the little toolbox, or tell me what you put in yours, I'd be glad to know what it is. I'm looking forward to it. I like a challenge, and I think it's going to be a challenge to figure it out. So, thanks for watching, as always. And if you choose to subscribe, I'm thrilled. I'm just constantly amazed. I still get little email messages saying so-and-so is subscribed to your channel, and that's really great. I really like those, so I'm thrilled. So anyway, I hope you all are having a good new year, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.